Hello, good afternoon. Welcome and thanks for joining me today. Very happy to be able to spend a little bit of time with you today. We just have a few things that I wanted to go over with you and let you know sort of what's going on here at the department. Would certainly enjoy hearing from you all who are watching out in the districts. If you have any questions, please feel free to email those and we'll try to answer those if we have time to do so. The first thing that we want to mention is just ask you all to remember all the folks that are having problems in Lee County. What a terrible disaster happened there this past Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. It's hard to imagine the tragedy that so many of those people have gone through. You may already know that that directly touched some of our ADPH family. We have folks who work in Lee County and in Montgomery County who had family that were killed in those tornadoes, and our heart really goes out to them and goes out to those families, to the survivors. Several of us in administration are going to be going over there tomorrow to try to spend time with the folks in Lee County and just sort of show some compassion and let them know that we care about them. It's really hard to know what to say and what to do and what can really be helpful in a time like this. But I certainly encourage you to continue sending your thoughts and prayers for those folks. I know many of you have reached out to the folks in the district, and I appreciate that very much. Some of our other staff have been over there already. Many of our folks are working very hard, our EP staff and other folks. So thanks for all you're doing, and please continue to keep those folks in mind. This comes on the heel of another disaster that we've had in the past couple of weeks with flooding up in North Alabama. The North and Northeast districts have had really record flooding up there as well, and fortunately not the same loss of life, but still quite a disaster for the people that are involved with that. Our people who work at the health department have just done a tremendous job in reaching out and trying to support those individuals and support those communities. It really makes me proud to be part of this organization when I see all the good things that you all are doing, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that. This is what ADPH is for. We're here to serve our community, and you all do it so well. And again, I'm very proud to be part of this organization, and thank you for what you're doing. I had a few other items that we wanted to discuss today. The first I wanted to mention to you has to do with our strategic plan. You've heard me mention this before, but we have a 5-year strategic plan that we're just now rolling out. This is a plan for 2019 through 2023, and it has a number of objectives that you can see if you would go to the website and take a look at where we have the plan posted. I've been asked to remind you that our website domain now is alabamapublichealth.gov. A lot of people are still using adph.org, and if you keep using that, it's going to disappear. So please remember to change to alabamapublichealth.gov, change your bookmarks, and look for things there. Our strategic plan has a number of objectives, and I'm going to go over them with you just sort of briefly. We selected about 5 general areas or 5 general objectives that we want to work on over the next 5 years. Those areas include health outcome improvement, financial sustainability, workforce development, organizational adaptability, and data-driven decision-making. And in each one of those objectives, we have a number of different goals that we've set that we would like to accomplish over the next 5 years. Our 5-year strategic plan is really broken down into 1-year operational periods. It's really the 1-year plans that highlight the goals that we want to be working on immediately and directly. And we have a number of folks here in the central office, but also some of you from the districts as well, who have been participating in these individual groups that are working on individual goals. The goals that we're actually highlighting for 2019 include pregnancy outcomes, obesity and chronic disease, EHR clinic building, work as one team goal, which is part of our workforce development objective, and performance management. These are all very important things for us that affect the population that we serve, but also affect how effective our organization can be. We want to make sure that we're here for the long run, that we're a stable and effective organization, and I really appreciate all the input that all of you have given to help us accomplish that. One of the other things we've considered as we're working on the strategic plan is the possibility of doing a little bit of rebranding. I want to show you a few logos that have been submitted as ideas for maybe a new logo for the health department. We'll sort of just go through these fairly quickly, but the idea is that we want to emphasize the fact that we are serving the public, that we're an organization that takes care of the health and safety of our state. Some of these logos you may like more than others, and eventually we'll try to winnow this list down to one or two that we like the most. But this is something that you'll begin seeing that pops up in the context of our strategic plan, but over time will become the logo that we want to use for the department. Our old logo, as you know, is actually the coat of arms of the state of Alabama, and there's nothing wrong with that, except that we've been using it for about 70 years or so. It looks a lot like a lot of other state offices. It looks exactly like ALEA or DHR or others, and you have to get up really close and look at the writing to know that it's actually the health department's logo. So we see this as a great opportunity for us to find something that identifies us to the public and that sort of gives a message that we want to send about what we do and what we stand for. And we'll spend some time sort of rolling that out and introducing that to you in the next few months. Part of the strategic plan that we developed include our mission, our vision, and our value statement. And many of you have seen this already before, but I do just want to remind you of our mission to promote, protect, and improve Alabama's health. That's really why we're here. We've had a lot of time recently talking about what the future is going to hold, and we're not sure what changes are coming down the road, and there's always financial concerns, and there's always new threats to public health, and there are always uncertainties. But we know that we're committed to that mission, and I am very happy to be here and represent you all as we try to continue to get the resources to do the things that we do, and as we all try to continue to serve our state. You probably do know that the legislature is now in session. The legislature started on Tuesday, and that's always an exciting time, exciting in quotes, I guess, exciting time for us. A lot of uncertainty about what's going to happen. It's really hard to predict what's going to happen. But we have several bills that we're pushing this year. Many of them were left over from last year that we weren't quite successful about. As you may be aware, the governor asked for a special session on Tuesday evening, and so for the next 2 weeks, the legislature is not in regular session, but in fact is in a special session that's devoted to the gas tax. But in the meantime, that's an opportunity for us to continue working with the legislators while they're here in town to let them know about the things that we're interested in and the things that we want to accomplish. And we have asked Kathy Caldwell, who runs our CHIP Bureau, to serve in the role of governmental affairs for now. You may know that Mike McCready, our previous governmental affairs manager, actually moved with his family to Chicago. His wife took a job there, so he left us about 3 weeks ago or so, and Kathy is stepping in that role and is doing a terrific job with it. One of the reasons for asking Kathy to be involved is because one of our biggest asks this year has to do with CHIP match. For the past couple of years, our state has not had to pay any match for CHIP funds. It was 100% federally funded. But starting this coming year, we'll have to ask for a substantial match from the legislature so that we can continue our CHIP program. And in fact, based on the reauthorization of CHIP, we'll need to be doing that for at least the next 9 years as well. So CHIP will continue to be one of the largest parts of our general fund ask for many years to come. So Kathy stepped into that role and is doing a terrific job. If you have any questions about legislation or about working with the legislature, or if you get questions in your community from people that are involved in the legislature or otherwise in government, please get in touch with her and let her know this so that she can work with those people as well. That's really all I had for today. I appreciate the time that we get to spend together. I want to thank you so much for all the work you're doing. It's an honor to be here and sit in this seat and talk to you. If you have any questions or anything that we can help you with, please feel free to reach out, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you very much.